Here you go. From the Hart Center in Worcester, Massachusetts, WGMC TV3 proudly presents live coverage of NCAA women's basketball. In tonight's matchup, the Connecticut Huskies bring their #1 ranking into Worcester to take on the perennial Patriot League leading Holy Cross Crusaders. Hello everyone and welcome inside the Hart Center. I'm Kevin Shea, joined alongside by Channel 3's Amy O'Brien. Amy, what a terrific matchup we have tonight. The #1 ranked team in the country taking on the Lady Satyrs. How does a team like Holy Cross prepare for UConn?
Well, this is actually a game Holy Cross started preparing for a long time ago, probably in the summer with their intense workouts in the weight room, all fall for 6 a.m. morning workouts, and every time they step on that court, they're so scrappy and aggressive, and that's what they take into this game tonight.
You look at UConn, and they look like a perfect team. They're 15-0. They've beaten 7 teams ranked in the top 25 already this year. I mean, can you get any better than this?
I don't know. They have strength, quickness, height. They have unbelievable talent, and it's going to be tough.
What does it mean to the Holy Cross program to have the #1 ranked team in the country in here at the Hart Center, to have it as sellout?
Oh, it's huge for Holy Cross. They've earned the respect of the #1 team in the country to come in here and play in front of a hometown court. It's great for recruiting for Holy Cross. In addition, it's great for the Worcester community and as well as for the players because they want to go on to the NCAA tournament. So this gives them experience, and they're going to have a great night tonight.
Certainly should be a terrific showcase of women's basketball. The #1 ranked team in the country, UConn, taking on Holy Cross from a packed house at the Hart Center. We'll be back with the tip. We're back, everyone, to the Hart Center, and we are getting ready right now for the playing of our nation's anthem as we prepare for the tip-off between Holy Cross and Connecticut. And now here, Bill Kelly will sing the national anthem.
Presenting colors at this time we all please rise as we honor America with our national anthem sung once again by longtime Crusader statistician Mr. Bill Kelly.
And we're going to see if we can.
It's Holy Cross basketball.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets raised alert, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Our thanks to Bill Kelly, the microphone finally cooperating with him. And now we take a look at the highlights from 2 years ago. And Amy, a game you were very familiar with. 38 points you poured in, and your team fought tooth and nail. You finally fall by 11 points.
Definitely. We just had such a fun time that entire game, and that's what made it so enjoyable for everybody. And that's what they really have to do tonight is take that confidence and just have fun out there.
And you look at some of the highlights, Anna Kinney coming up with the big play. And the last 2 years, this game was played down at Connecticut at the Gamble Pavilion. There's the 11-point swing, UConn winning. Last year, UConn having an easier run of it, but certainly that is going to be a very tough place to play too. Gamble Pavilion holds 10,000. They're always sold out. What is it like down there, the atmosphere?
It is just awesome, to be honest with you. To play in front of 10,000 fans, it brings experience to us, but it also, it's huge for their team. It's just awesome, and it's preparing them to play in the NCAA tournament.
And there's the final, and now you're seeing the presentation. Dick Regan, the athletic director at Holy Cross, presenting head coach Bill Gibbons with a basketball commemorating his 300th career coaching victory, and that happened this past Tuesday night as Holy Cross defeated Lafayette handily 94-54. So I'll tell you what, there is no room at the inn tonight. This place is packed to the gills, and You can feel the electricity in the air, Amy, and I know, certainly you talked about it before, it's times like these where you wish you were back playing.
Oh, God, I would give anything to be out there right now. But at the same time, I have so much confidence in this team. They work so hard, and they deserve to be here right now.
And we take a look at Gino Auriemma in his 15th season as the head coach of the University of Connecticut. He's smiling. You know what? Gino loves this, and I will say this for him. He is friends with Coach Gibbons. He agreed to do this game, to do a 2 down at UConn and then come back up and play a game here. The assistant athletic director called Coach Gibbons, said, we'll give you $30,000 to switch the game and have it back down in Connecticut. Coach Gibbons said, no, the reason we wanted it up here is not about money. We want to bring the attention and some of the focus and the spotlight on women's basketball up here. He said, well, we'll still pay the money. He said, did Gino give you his word? Coach Gibbons said, Gino gave me my word, his word, and bang. And now we take a look at the starting lineup. Veronica Jutras, Anna Kinney, Amanda Abraham, Monica Rothmich, and Katie O'Keefe. 4 out of the 5 having played last year against UConn. Shea Ralph, Sue Bird, Paige Stowers, Swin Cash, and Svetlana Abrosimova. Starting for the 15-0 and #1 ranked team in the country, UConn. And now you hear the cheer as they announce the Holy Cross Crusaders starting lineup, and this place is alive tonight. Amy, you've played in some big games here. Has it ever been this loud?
Wow, it really reminds me of playing Navy here, but the intensity just seems so much different when you're actually watching the game. It's really incredible.
And there's Monica Rothmich. Talk about, too, the experience factor. 4 out of the 5 starters played against UConn at least once, and some the last 2 years. How much does that help?
Oh, it definitely helps in terms of nerves. They're not going to be nervous coming out here, or as nervous. Monica played her freshman year, playing most of the game.
And Anna Kinney, the emotional leader of the Crusaders, bringing them in as they pound the home turf and get ready for the tilt. We're going to take, there you go. Veronica Jutras lighting them up. Taking a look at the series history. It is the 10th meeting between the Huskies and the Crusaders. UConn leading 7-2. However, Holy Cross is 2-1 versus UConn at the Hart Center. And we talked about, in the open, Amy, we talked about UConn beating 7 teams ranked in the top 25. I'm just going to run them down quickly and what they were ranked at the time when UConn beat them. 14th ranked Old Dominion went down to the Huskies 109-66. UConn has scored 100 or more points 4 times already this season. They beat 10th ranked Illinois. They beat 14th ranked Penn State. 6th ranked UCLA. Number 3 Louisiana Tech. Number 2 Tennessee at Tennessee. And most recently, number 9 Rutgers. How impressive is it, though, that they beat Louisiana Tech at home and then Tennessee on the road?
There's no doubt that this team deserves to be #1 in the country. Holy Cross really has to hope that, you know, every great team has a bad night, to be honest with you, and they have to hope that tonight is that night for UConn. They've gone 15-0, 7-0 against top 25 teams, and they just have to hope that UConn has some weaknesses tonight.
See Coach Gibbons in his 15th year. Just picked up his 300th coaching victory, and we are ready to start, as Michael Buffer would say. Let's get ready to rumble.
The house is rocking.
And the opening tip controlled by Connecticut. Shea Ralph, Sue Bird. Bird poured in a career-high 25 to lead Connecticut for their win against Tennessee. The first shot is off the mark. Holy Cross with the rebound.
Well,
and Anna Kinney going for the home run to Mitch. Rothmich, no good.
Holy Cross went out there setting the physical tone. It looks like the refs, after that first play, might let them bang a little bit tonight.
Jones will bring, or Bird rather, will bring the ball up for Connecticut.
Holy Cross is in a loose zone right now. Oh, wow.
Monica Rothmich with the swat on Shea Ralph, the leading scorer for this Connecticut team.
Wow, Holy Cross is setting the tone right now. We see Shea Ralph driving down the key, and Monica saying, get that out of there.
And you know what she's doing also is she's getting the crowd into it early. They have been on their feet since the start of this game, and they have had 2 defensive stands to cheer about right now. Svetlana Abrosimova. Sauer underneath, travel. And the crowd loves it.
You can see UConn's definitely trying to get it down into their post players. They have the height advantage right now, and Holy Cross is picking up on that.
This is unbelievable. Everyone in the joint is standing right now. Veronica Jukers to the hoop. Dish to Katie O'Keefe. Turnaround, won't go. Rebound cleared by Swin Cash.
Good shot, great pass by Veronica.
Cash going inside to Sauer. Sauer up, and she is fouled. So Paige Sauer will go to the line, one of only 2 seniors on this Connecticut roster.
It's the 3rd time they tried throwing it into her. Holy Cross is going to key in on that.
Paige Sauer will be the tallest player on the court whenever she's out there against Holy Cross, certainly, at 6 foot 5 inch. Her teammate, Christine Rigby, is 6'6". The tallest player on the Crusaders is Amanda Abraham at 6 foot 2, and Katie O'Keefe as well at 6 foot 2.
It's going to be vital that Holy Cross boxes out tonight and tries to make a presence on the boards.
UConn with that defensive pressure, they are so deadly with it. They force the turnovers, and I'll tell you what, their offense gets a lot of credit. You talk about 4 times scoring 100 points or more, but their defense is what wins ball games.
They've been holding teams to 30-35% outside. Tough shot there by Anna.
And UConn with the ball, they will run. Ralph underneath, good. Sue Bird gets the assist. Bird runs down the loose ball, taking it away from Abraham. Inside to Cash. Cash working on O'Keefe, goes up strong, won't get it to go. Ralph with the rebound. Ralph blocked by Monica Rothmich, and it was last touch by Connecticut.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was a tough call right there. It looked
a little
like
change of heart. The fans were trying to help make that call.
It looked like it went off Ralph. I think that was a good call.
Rothmich got a piece of the ball, her 2nd block of the evening. Now she gets it up court to Katie O'Keefe.
They
Some
seem to be
really
playing well against Connecticut's pressure, and it doesn't seem like it's phasing them very much.
Little tic-tac-toe passing. They've gotten it up quickly. Amanda Abraham won't go. Rebound is cleared by Svetlana. Underneath to Ralph. Ralph pump fakes and picks up her 4th point of the ball game. And quickly, Bill Givens calls for a timeout. He wants to talk things over. UConn leading 5-0 with 18:04 remaining in the first half. We'll be back with more from the Hart Center right after this. Shea Ralph has been effective early on, Amy, underneath.
Definitely. Here we go. We have UConn once again trying to get their points inside there. Shea Ralph gets a nice pass underneath it. They've had all layups so far. They haven't taken one outside shot.
And you take a look at some of the fans, the students are out in full force tonight, and they are rooting on their Crusaders. They trail it by 5 right now, and the inbounds pass was off the fingertips of the Connecticut defender, Swin Cash, so it will be Holy Cross basketball. Now they're going to switch it around, I believe, and give it to Connecticut. So Shea Ralph will inbound the ball for the Huskies. Tough break to come out of a huddle in a timeout and not get the play off that you wanted to get off. Svetlana Avramos gets her own rebound, and we're going to have a foul underneath.
See, those are rebounds that Holy Cross is going to need to get. She needs to get boxed out right there. Holy Cross, we see in the loose zone again. Svetlana takes a 1 pump up, gets her own rebound, and ends up getting fouled. Holy Cross needs to get those rebounds.
Svetlana, the reigning Big East Player of the Year, and she's just a junior. She won the award as a sophomore. Cash underneath, powering up the hoop, plus she'll go to the line. She is fouled by Rothmich.
She is such a tough player.
And we're going to take another look at it, but this UConn team is so strong.
Goes up strong with it and finishes it.
Cash shooting 69% from the free throw line, and she nails it. So Connecticut out to an early 8-0 lead. There's a steal by Cash and a quick 2.
Holy Cross cannot afford mistakes like that.
Right now, UConn trying to take the wind out of the sails here of some of the crowd, and there's a block partially by Kelly Schumacher. They get the ball up quickly. Svetlana won't go. Rebound, Ralph. Ralph is fouled and one. And right now, you are seeing certainly a testament to the strength of this Connecticut team, because they're getting the baskets while being fouled.
They got the outlet pass, 2-on-1. Not much. Anna did a great job hustling back right there. But they can't get the rebound. And Shea Ralph she's having a great game.
Monica Rothmich picking up the foul. That is 2 quickly on her. Shea Ralph leading the Huskies in scoring, averaging 15.5 points a game. She is an 84% free throw shooter. She misses that one.
That's going to be tough with Monica picking up her second foul. She's the one with experience, and she needs to be in the ball game.
Elisa Zawadkis is in the game right now for Monica Rothmich, and Jeanette Pockert stepping in the game now for Amanda Abraham. As well, Mary Rose Campbell is in the game. She leads the Satyrs in rebounding, averaging 7 boards a game, and right now they need some of that help underneath. Here is Mary Rose Campbell, 3-on-2. Zawadkis to the hoop, strong, and Holy Cross is on the board.
Great job by Mary Rose bringing it up right there and finding Z. Z confident, goes up with that shot and makes it.
It is now 12-2, and the crowd is getting into it, chanting defense. Svetlana underneath. She was looking for Tamika Williams, the talented sophomore.
Mary Rose is pumped up for this game. Great defensive play.
3rd turnover of the game for the Huskies. Holy Cross has 3 as well. Satyrs able to break the pressure again. Holy Cross in the half-court offense. Pockert for 3. Won't go. Rebound underneath is taken there by Williams. Shea Ralph, 1-on-2. Gets caught inside, gets it out to Bird. Bird trying to go to Williams. Picked off by Kinney.
Great steal there by Anna.
Jutras underneath. Mary Rose Campbell blocked by Schumacher. They say it is off of Holy Cross. It'll be UConn basketball. Shea Ralph going down, and she has had problems with her knees, tearing the ACL twice. She has been snake bitten with injuries throughout her career at Connecticut. Svetlana for 3, won't go. Rebound, tipped up, taken there by Mary Rose Campbell, and out of pocket.
That's really the first outside shot that UConn has taken so far.
Now Holy Cross will relax with the basketball. They trail it by 10, 12-2. 15:46 remaining here in the first half. The Satyrs throwing it around the arc. Anna Kinney driving, trying to get it to Zawadkis. She does. Pressure there by Schumacher. Nice skip pass. Pockert misses the 3. Rebound cleared by Kelly Schumacher.
Good
6'5" junior.
Good job by Z there finding Jeanette wide open.
Svetlana Avrosimova is so tough to guard. She's 6'2", yet she has the ball handling skills of a guard.
Really, she can play any position out there, to be honest with you. She's been guarding guards, forwards, whoever they want all season.
She comes from St. Petersburg, Russia. And Anna Kinney with a 3.
Once again, Anna's confidence is what they need right now.
Anna Kinney with a pressuring defense, and UConn throws it away. And now we have a timeout on the floor with 14:54 remaining. You are watching Holy Cross basketball on WGMC TV3. 35% shooter from three-point land, but she's dead on with this one.
Anna spots up, confident, takes that 3 and drains it. I'm sure that's what Gino's talking about on the bench over there, that they cannot leave her open to shoot open 3s.
And that gets the crowd back in the game as well. Couple quick stats for you. UConn is shooting 50% from the field right now. Holy Cross 22%. Jutras to Zawadkis. Zawadkis blocked by Schumacher. Gets her own rebound and draws the foul.
Holy Cross has the momentum in their favor right now. They need to keep it.
Elisa Zawadkis will go to the line. Swin Cash picking up the personal foul for UConn. Zawodka shooting 74% from the line. And she hits the first one. Zawodka with 3 points. Anna Kinney with 3 points. They have accounted for all 6 for the Satyrs. And she hits them both. UConn right up court quickly. Shea Ralph is tied up by Mary Rose Campbell. And Anna Kinney loves it, as does the crowd. The students have been standing since the start of this game.
Mary Rose is really stepping it up right now. You would never know she's a freshman right now.
Jeanette Packard pushing up, going strong to the hole, and Jeanette Packard has 2.
Holy Cross is taking it right at them, and that's what they need to do.
The Satyrs are rejuvenated. They trailed by double figures at one point. They trail by 5 now. They're on a 7-0 run. And inside, Cash. Pull-up jumper, won't go. Rebound by Zawodka.
Oh,
Packard, they had Zawodka underneath as Schumacher fell down. She tripped with Svetlana.
That's all right. They're taking their time on offense right now. They're looking for great shots.
Holy Cross wants to slow this game down a bit. Jutras to the hole. Underneath to Mary Rose Campbell for 2. And the freshman is on the board.
She is pumped up right now, and she has every right to be.
This place right now is pure adrenaline. It is 14-11 UConn. You need a shoehorn to fit more people in the barn. Shea Ralph will inbounds the ball for Connecticut. Stacy Hansmeyer checking into the game for the Huskies. Sue Bird as well. So you have the freshman Kenitra Johnson out there. Holy Cross is Packard, Mary Rose Campbell, Zawodka, Jutras, and Kinney. UConn working the ball around the perimeter right now. They lead the nation in field goal percentage through the Huskies. Shea Ralph fouled as she drives in the lane, so she will be shooting 2.
Shea Ralph's going backdoor, nice feed. Tough foul, but she goes up strong with it.
Shea Ralph at the line to shoot 2. Jeanette Packard picking up the foul, her first of the contest. Ralph knocking down the first free throw attempt. An 84% free throw shooter, averaging 15.5 points a game. And she knocks them both down. Ralph now has 8 points to lead the Huskies. And UConn has a 5-point advantage, 16-11. Jutras and Kinney breaking the press. Packard called for traveling. She pump faked. They say she shuffled her feet. Phil Gibbons doesn't like it, and he shuffles some new players into the ballgame.
Tough call right there for Holy Cross. But Holy Cross is really handling UConn's press well right now.
And I'm sure right now, too, Amy, it's important for Coach Gibbons to shuffle the bodies in and out, because you can get so pumped up, your adrenaline can get so sky high that you can wear yourself out just in a couple trips up and down the court.
Absolutely. He needs to keep the team fresh out there at all times, because if they show any weakness, UConn's going to take advantage of that.
UConn, such a veteran team, so savvy beyond their years. They only have 2 seniors, but they are so used to winning and going to the tournament. Gino Ariema has guided his squad to 13 straight winning seasons. And up and in, the hoop counts by Swin Cash.
It must be nice to be stacked with all high school All-Americans.
Unbelievable, the amount of talent on this team. Abraham for 3, won't go. Rebound by Bird, she will push. And it is turned over. So it will be Holy Cross basketball. Svetlana checking back into the ballgame. I'll check that, it'll remain Connecticut ball.
Yeah, I think Amanda got a piece of that. She made a great defensive play right there.
You mentioned Connecticut and the tradition of excellence. 5 straight seasons where they've won 30 games or more. No other coach in men's or women's Division I basketball can boast of that record. That is all Geno's.
Svetlana seems to be a little bit off the mark tonight. It's unusual that she missed 2 shots in a row.
Jutras trying to break down Svetlana on the dribble, trying to kick it back out now to Pockert. Pockert just gets it away from Ralph. Abraham now, shot clock winding down. Amanda Abraham with the drive to the basket and scoop for 2.
That's what Amanda wants to do, drive left, and the UConn gave her that open lane, and Amanda took advantage of it.
UConn working it around the perimeter right now. Ralph driving in, as she has done all game long. Won't get it to go. Fans wanted traveling. She gets her own rebound and puts it back. Shea Ralph is such a determined player. She will refuse to give up under there. She averages 3.5 rebounds a game. I think she's already got that average and more tonight. Jutras.
Oh, a little bump there.
Little body contact, no call. Sue Bird trying to dish, gets it off to Hansmeyer. Now it is stolen by the Saders.
That is Holy Cross basketball right now.
Jutras looking for help, finds Katie O'Keefe. O'Keefe smothered back to Jutras. Veronica inside to Rothmich. Holy Cross right now, they're gonna work a play.
Slow it down a bit. Don't rush anything and look for the best shot.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Nice defense by Svetlana. We're gonna step aside and take a break right now. We will be back with more from the Hart Center, so stay with us, everyone. Everyone, first half action, UConn leading 20-13. Shea Ralph has been dominant driving and dominant on the boards.
She is making her presence known. She already has half of UConn's points right now with 10, and this is the reason why. Look how aggressive she is, grabbing that board, going right up with it. It's so physical in there, and she manages to get it off and finish.
It's the Ralph and Cash show. Ralph has 10 points, Cash has 17. As a team, the Huskies have 20. They are shooting 47% from the field. The rebound advantage right now in favor of UConn, 14-6.
Ooh.
And the ball will remain Holy Cross's Monica Rothmich and Tamika Williams battling.
The refs are letting them play a physical game right now.
Certainly has been a very physical contest. We might want to put the hockey boards up. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Anna Kinney with an NBA 3.
Unbelievable.
The shot clock had wound down to 3, and Kinney buries a 3.
You want that ball in Anna's hands when there's 3 seconds left.
And more importantly, she wants the ball in her hands. She has the confidence to take those shots. UConn now working it around. Bird knocked out of her hand by Abraham. She gets it back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ralph, good look from 3. She buries it.
Can't leave her open from out there. But they are playing unbelievable defense right now.
Shea Ralph has 13 underneath to Rothmich.
Oh,
Monica Rothmich
looks so easy. Nobody on her.
Holy Cross pushing when they have it and holding back when they don't. And trying to get back as quick as they can and stop Connecticut from running. Williams up and in. Tamika Williams getting on the board. Her first 2 of the ball game. 25-18. Huskies by 7. 9:25 remaining in the first half. Tipped around, and Shea Ralph picks it up. Ralph will post in for 2. And now we got a timeout. Holy Cross taking a timeout. Coach Gibbons giving the refs an earful, and I'm sure it is about the physical play right now.
Well, the refs are being consistent. Down low, Holy Cross is being physical, and right there it was a tough call, but Holy Cross really has to go with the flow right now. And that's what the refs are. That's how they're calling it.
You can see right now too, just that pressuring defense by Connecticut.
Tough
they are
call.
so quick.
And of course, Connecticut takes advantage of that. Shea Ralph finishing it off.
You talk about their defense and just stifling scorers. a list of some of the scores they have shut down this year. Lindsay Meter from Iowa was averaging 19 points a game. She played UConn, she got 8. Milena Martin for UCLA was averaging 19 points a game. She had 2 against the Huskies. Smekra Duffy from Georgetown averaged 19.5. She had 2 against UConn. That just gives you some idea of how good this UConn defense is.
They are forcing teams to shoot 35% a game, and they're shooting 55%. So it's not hard to see why they're blowing teams out.
Right now, Holy Cross hanging with them, trailing by 9. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Kinney for 3, won't go. And the rebound is taken there by Sauer.
Anna didn't have much choice there. She had to shoot it in, and you never know, she hit the last one from downtown.
And now Sue Bird will run the show for the Huskies. Svetlana crossed up there with Paige Sauer. She looked like she was going to pull up. Sauer had turned to get in position for the rebound, and she tried to go to Sauer. Now a traveling violation on Jeanette Packard.
I think I'd have to see that one again.
This certainly has been a game of runs. Connecticut started the night on a 12-0 run. Holy Cross answered with a 9-0 run of their own. And right now it is Connecticut 27 and Holy Cross 18.
Holy Cross is very much in this ball game right now.
Svetlana pull-up jumper won't go. Rebound chased down by Sue Bird.
Oh, once again, they need to get those rebounds.
Bird is only a sophomore. She missed almost the entire season last year after tearing her ACL. But she plays much bigger than that, and a big victory for Holy Cross right there as the shot clock expiring and the crowd letting Holy Cross know they appreciate the defensive effort. We have a timeout on the floor with 7:49 remaining. It is UConn 27, Holy Cross 18. We're coming right back with more. Up close with Holy Cross sophomore guard Jeanette Packard, as well as giving you all your first half stats and highlights. And right now, little game going on in the court, but right now, what is Bill Gibbons saying to his team, Amy, at this point in the huddle?
He's saying that they need to keep up this defensive pressure. The last time down the court, we saw UConn get that 30-second violation, and that's what they need to do in order to stay in this ball game. Defense is going to win this ball game for them.
UConn enjoying a 9-point advantage, and right now it looks as though they have gotten the calls early on in terms of the traveling violations. Packard's picked up a couple quickly. There's been a couple the other way that certainly could have been questionable. They have not gone their way. I know Coach Gibbons has been upset about that here early on, but you know what? When you're playing the champion, you need to knock them out to win. You don't win by decision.
We saw UConn taking off that full court press and dropping back into a zone.
Abraham dishing it now to O'Keefe. Now Kinney, tip inside to O'Keefe. O'Keefe going up, or rather Mary Rose Campbell won't go, and now UConn will run. Bird to Sauer. Sauer converts.
Let's see if Holy Cross can adjust to this defensive change on UConn. They're no longer going man-to-man. Oh, wow, they're back in a man-to-man. They're switching it up.
UConn right now shooting 52% from the field. Holy Cross 39. Shot is off the mark. Rothmich just tried to tip it right back up along with Mary Rose Campbell.
It was a good job working the ball around. They found Amanda wide open. She has to take that shot.
Kinney stepping out and Packard stepping in. Rebounding advantage, as you might expect right now, squarely in favor of the Huskies, 16-6. This is Shea Ralph, underneath to Sauer. Nice job by Ralph, driving, drawing, and dishing.
Holy Cross has to be careful right there of drawing to one player. There were 4 players drawing to Shea Ralph right there, and she found the open player pretty easily.
Sauer's had 2 easy buckets the last 2 trips down the floor for Connecticut. The Huskies on an 8-0 run. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Jutras driving straight at the defense. Rothman picks it up, still hasn't hit anything. Shot clock is at 2.
Look at that hustle by Mary Rose right there.
And Swin Cash is going to get whistled for the foul. Gino Ariema does not like it. Second personal foul on Cash. Holy Cross wants to, you can see they want to control the ball and control the clock, but the last couple times it is wound down precariously close to just expiring, and the Staters have had to try to settle for a kind of wild shot.
I think UConn has definitely stepped up their defensive pressure.
Anna Kinney takes a charge on Shea Ralph, and Ralph got up smiling a little bit. 10th turnover for the Huskies. Anna Kinney is just the emotional leader of this team.
Absolutely. You see her here in perfect position, and she takes one for the team right there.
The heart and soul of the Crusaders. She always seems to come up with the big play. That time, the pass too tall for Veronica Jutras, the 9th turnover for Holy Cross.
Might have been a little bit of a freshman mistake right there. She panicked when she couldn't find anybody open.
Easier said than done, I'm sure, but you want to keep it simple if you can. 31-18, UConn in front. 5:35 remaining here in the first half. The Huskies have been controlling the inside. Williams is going to be fouled. Let's see who it goes on. It will be on Zawadkis.
Sauer finds her inside, and yeah, she got bang going up.
So Williams will have 2 shots. She's a 58% free throw shooter. Part of a terrific sophomore class for Gino Ariema. They all seem to be 6'2", all the sophomores. Williams knocking down one from the line, 32-18. UConn in the lead, their largest lead of the ball game.
Holy Cross handling that pressure well.
Holy Cross trying to drive now. Jutras penetrating, but her pass was tipped and picked off. Now Bird to Svetlana. She is so graceful.
4-on-1 right there.
Gliding to the hoop effortlessly. And I think Gino right now is probably saying, let's continue to play and continue to do what we're doing. What is Coach Gibbons saying as he sees right here another turnover?
See, right there, Veronica might have to take that and pull up and take the jumper right there instead of always looking to pass. She is an unselfish player, but right there she has to take charge a little bit right there. Here we have a 4-on-1. Not much Anna can do right there. Slepana goes up and makes the layup. Holy Cross might be running out of it a little bit of gas right now, but they have to good timeout right there, get themselves a little bit more collected, and go out and play with the same intensity that they've been playing for most of the half.
UConn on a 20-7 run right now, and you mentioned Svetlana was having some trouble early on shooting. She picks up her 4th point there, and this is why another reason why UConn is so good. They have had 6 different players lead them in scoring this year. So if one person's having an off night, there's 2, 3, and 4 to pick up the slack.
They have so many weapons. That's why they're such a tough team to play against and guard, and obviously they're 15-0 right now.
Right now, Holy Cross looking to cut into the deficit. 3-pointer by Kinney, and it goes. Anna Kinney with her 3rd 3-pointer of the ball game.
Anna stepped it up big right there. She knew that Holy Cross needed a basket. Shot that downtown.
34-21 now, Huskies in the lead. Bird, open look for 3. She nails it. 3rd leading scorer on the team, picking up her 1st points of the ball game. Tipped around, picked up by Jutras. She dribbles out of trouble. Gets it to Pockert. Pockert hesitates to Kinney. Kinney drives, dishes, tried to hit Rothmich. And it goes out of bounds.
The problem is you never know what Anna's going to do with that basketball, and you have to have your hands up ready to catch it at all times. If you are even the slightest bit open, she's going to find you.
Connecticut bringing the ball up, and they keep bringing in the fresh troops. Kenitra Johnson is in now. Johnson underneath. Out to Bird. Bird, another good look for three. This one won't go. Rebound by Williams, up and in.
Monica's got to box her out right there. Keep her off the boards.
And now it is stolen. Johnson one-on-one with Kinney. And won't go. Rebound by Svetlana, and that one won't go. Rebound by Jeanette Pockert, and there'll be a foul on Svetlana Abrosimova.
Connecticut foul number 25, Svetlana Abrosimova.
That was a credit to Holy Cross right there. Obviously, they don't have the size, but they went up for that board.
3:43 remaining in the half. We will be back with more from a packed house at the Hart Center right after these messages. Record against ranked opponents since 1990. They are 1-11, and speaking of rankings, UConn has been ranked in the top 25 in 121 consecutive polls dating back to November 23rd, 1993. It is 6+ seasons of excellence down there in Storrs, Connecticut.
You see that 1-11 record, but in reality, those are the games that have prepared Holy Cross to play Patriot League teams and prepare them for the NCAA tournament, and that's why they've been so successful in their league, is that they go out and play the best teams in the country.
6 times in the 90s, Holy Cross has captured the Patriot League title and gone on to play in the NCAA tournament. 3:43 remaining here in the first half. Satyrs trailing by 18. Sue Bird right now with 5 assists for UConn.
UConn going back into a zone.
Pull up by Pockert on the baseline. Jeanette Pockert now with 4 points. UConn working it around the perimeter, now inside, and Sauer, baseline jumper, knocking it down.
She can hit that shot.
At 6'5", that is very tough to defend if she's going to hit from the outside like that. Jutras with the ball now for the Crusaders. Crowd trying to spurn on the hometown team. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And it is stolen, and here comes Williams. Tamika Williams gliding in for an easy 2. She has 7 points now.
Maybe a little bit too patient there for Holy Cross.
Connecticut seemingly turning every turnover into an easy opportunity down the other end of the floor. And another turnover right there. Sauer picks it up, looks for help, gets it now to Svetlana. Johnson looks to her coach. Williams, Ralph. Johnson, good look for 3. Won't go. Rebound picked up by Pockert. Pockert gonna run. Gets it over the timeline and gets it to Kinney. Now Zawodkis from the elbow.
Great job by Z right
Zawodkis
there.
is playing with confidence.
She is. She's a tough player, very strong, and she's another one who's hard to defend inside.
Just a sophomore, Zawodkis averaging 8 points a game. She has 6 already tonight. Down low it goes, partially blocked by Zawodkis. Picked up by Pockert.
Holy Cross is really trying to deny that inbound, that pass into the key.
Pockert now to Zawodkis. Good matchup with Jeanette Pockert and Shea Ralph, at least size-wise. Very tough pass, almost picked off. Jutras caught in the air, turns it over.
Almost a little indecisive about what she wanted to do there, right there. Look for a pass or shoot it.
Johnson inside is Svetlana. Abrosimova picking up her 6th point of the contest. Now Holy Cross will work it around the perimeter. It's very tough for the Satyrs to get it inside with the height mismatch. They do so right there. Oh! Making me eat my words there as Zawad just getting the friendly roll. That thing hung on the rim and everyone held their breath for a second. This place was silent.
I've never quite seen a shot like that, just sat there.
30 seconds now remaining in the half. About a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside to Sauer, turn around in the lane. Paige Sauer knocking it down.
Just under 15 seconds here. Holy Cross is going to want to get the last shot off before half.
Satyrs trailing by 20, 47-27. 6 seconds remaining in the half. Kinney looking for help, gets it to Pockert. Pockert fires it up, won't go. And that's how the first half ends. Anna Kinney looks at the official and says, how about something there on the contact? She does not get the call. 20 minutes are in the books. It is the #1 ranked UConn Huskies 47, Holy Cross 27. We will be back with more halftime activities right after this. And Holy Cross 27. And Amy, as we were talking, this does not seem like a 20-point game. It seems a lot closer.
Holy Cross has really been hanging in there. It's really been it was the last 5 minutes of that half that kind of got them. Maybe they're running out of gas a little bit, but this halftime rest is going to help them.
Anna Kinney certainly has been spectacular for the Satyrs here in the first half, and she has been doing it all from beyond the arc. 9 points, all on threes.
She is the senior leader on this team. You see her right there going, she is downtown and just bombing away and swishing them. And that's what Holy Cross needs. They need to make the big shots in this game.
No surprise, I think, for Connecticut fans that Shea Ralph is leading the Huskies with 15 points here in the first half. She is their leading scorer.
She's been outstanding tonight. 15 points in one half. Holy Cross is going to have to key in on her in the second half and prevent her from getting layups and tough rebounds. Here she is, same thing, downtown. And she's 1 for 1 from the behind the arc. And she shoots with such confidence, and she's a wonderful player to watch.
And the crowd trying to fire up the crowd right now as some of the members of the crowd coming by with the noisemakers. Taking a look at some of our statistics, field goal percentage, and this is what we talked about, UConn leading the nation in field goal percentage. They are hitting at 57% tonight, Holy Cross 41%. And offensive rebounds, 8 for UConn. That's the big story right there, 14 overall, but 8 on the offensive boards. Turnovers, almost a wash. Right now, I think where you see the big difference is the offensive boards and kind of the physical play.
Yeah, UConn's really getting a lot of second opportunities. They're missing a lot of their first shots. Well, not a lot of them. They are missing first shots. And Holy Cross has to take advantage of that, box out, and make them go over the back. This team is a lot taller than them, and they're going to be tempted to do that.
What do you think Coach Gibbons said to his team at halftime? You've been there before in the huddle.
Oh, he told them that they are not out of this game, and they have to come out in the second half with the same intensity and scrappiness as they did in the first half.
Well, we are underway for the second half of action. The #1 ranked team in the country, Connecticut. And Holy Cross, UConn up by 20. Shea Ralph underneath, losing the handle. It will remain Connecticut basketball, 19 seconds on the shot clock.
That was a smart double team down there. They can't let her take those easy layups.
Now they work it around. Sue Bird had 5 assists in the first half of play. And this will be a backcourt violation. Bird tracks it down. Mentioned she had 5 assists. As a team, Connecticut is very strong with that. Over 65% of their baskets have come from assists. They had 31 against Seton Hall.
An unselfish team. Anybody can score, and they know that. They're going to find the open player, and they want to win ball games. They're not going to get caught up on who's scoring points and that kind of thing.
Amanda Abraham with the ball right now for the Satyrs. Go inside of Monica Rothmich. It is knocked away and picked up by Ralph. It was initially knocked away by Cash. Ralph to Svetlana. Svetlana for 2.
UConn is so fast, and they really get the ball down court so well. At Holy Cross, I'd love to see them start to take a couple charges.
I think that's what Anna was trying to pick up right there down the other end of the court. She tried to take the charge. No call. And The flip side of that is when it doesn't go your way, then it's an easy fast break opportunity for your opponent. Connecticut jumped all over it, so Kinney's 3 attempt comes up short.
She almost didn't set herself on that shot as she has been in her last couple.
Pleased to have you with us tonight. I'm Kevin Shea, joined by Amy O'Brien, former Crusader standout, as we bring you this UConn versus Holy Cross women's basketball, and now the foul underneath, so Cash will go to the line.
Cash is such a versatile player right here. We see her going strong left, goes up for the shot, and Anna had to follow her right there.
We didn't see Cash for much of the first half after she picked up her second foul. She is a 69% free throw shooter. 7 points on the night for Cash. She's averaging a little over 9. She knocks down the first one. We talk about the crowd too tonight, Amy. First time a sellout for women's basketball here at the Hart Center. Last year, UConn drew 4 record crowds on the road. So this is certainly nothing new to them, but it is great for the sport that wherever they go, they bring the excitement, they bring the spotlight, and they certainly have done that here tonight to Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts in the Hart Center.
Well, UConn basketball has done so much for the women's game and drawing so much attention and fan support. It's really does not only a lot for UConn basketball in general, but also for women's basketball.
Abraham's 3 won't go. Ralph with the rebound. She pushes to Cash. Cash finishes. Like a well-oiled machine.
Yep. Looked kind of easy for him.
Kinney has it now. Quickly gets it to O'Keefe. Katie O'Keefe going up, blocked by Sauer. Rothmich blocked by Cash. Ball bounces around, picked up by Sauer. She gets it out to Bird. Bird will push underneath to Ralph. Ralph gets the deuce. Veronica Jutras now for Holy Cross to Amanda Abraham, and now quickly Phil Gibbons will take a timeout.
Yeah, they have to stop this UConn run right now.
Running is the optimum word in that sentence. UConn has come out and just been flat out running the fast break on every opportunity, and they've had a few.
Look at this defense that UConn has right there. Great block. She has so much height, and she takes advantage of it. Monica again goes up strong, and their arms are just so long, and it's hard to get a shot off easily in that paint.
6'5" against 6'2" first there, with Sauer on O'Keefe, and then the second block by Cash, and they push it up. Bird always looking for the assist, and she picks up her 6th as she gets it up to Ralph. And
UConn is just so unrelentless.
Score on the Huskies nails it.
They're just an unrelentless team. They make a great play on defense, and then they're just taken off, and it's hard to regroup and get back so quickly on offense.
Central Mass basketball fans, we have another treat coming up for you this Tuesday night. It is St. John's and Holy Name in high school boys basketball, Part 2, the rematch. And that one will be coming to you right here on Channel 3 beginning at 8:30. The first game going right down to the wire, and it was St. John's, many would say upsetting Holy Name. So revenge will be in the air when we visit the Pioneers. Holy Cross maintaining possession. 7 seconds now on the shot clock.
They're having a little bit of a tough time trying to get a shot off. UConn stepped up their defense as well.
Kick by Bird. So a fresh 30 now put up for the Satyrs on the shot clock.
Good break for Holy Cross right there. They don't have to rush a shot.
Now they're going to discuss it. Mariana nodding. Katie O'Keefe driving. Abraham into the trees. Abraham's shot won't go. Rebound is corralled by Cash to Bird. Huskies are running. Nice no-look pass to Shea Ralph. Bird with a great no-look to Ralph.
Holy Cross is missing the ball, but then they're crowding the offensive player who gets the rebound. They need to get back on defense, and that's why UConn is getting a lot of offensive breaks right now. Holy Cross needs to just, if they miss it, they don't have the rebound, they need to get back.
Picked off by Ralph. Jutras getting back, and Ralph floats in for 2. Right now, the Huskies are a runaway train. Holy Cross trying to slow some things down. They'll substitute the next stoppage in play, as will the Huskies.
Looks like Holy Cross is going to bring in some fresh players, too.
59-27. UConn in front. Jutras drives, won't go. But that's what we talked about earlier. Maybe, Amy, she needs to throw those up just to keep the defense on us.
UConn basketball. Holy Cross substitutions at number 11.
And now we have some substitutions in mass. UConn started both periods of this game, the first half and the second half, with 12-0 runs.
Holy Cross needs to make a run right now.
And instead, it is Kelly Schumacher getting an easy 2 off the inbounds play.
Holy Cross needs to get this crowd back into the game, to get the momentum on their side.
Kinney with the ball into Zawadkis. Mary Rose Campbell, baseline jumper goes. That gives the crowd something to get up about. Saders looking for a defensive stop here. They trail it by 32. Shea Ralph underneath.
Too easy, they're getting it into the post.
Ralph is so strong. Down the other end, Pockett's 3 won't go. Rebound by Ralph. Ralph is everywhere. Johnson corrals. That was picked off by Kinney.
There's Anna with those quick hands.
Kinney behind the back, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Johnson. Kenitra Johnson will pick up her first personal foul of the ball game. And a timeout on the floor with 15-11 remaining here in the contest. We'll be back with more from the Hart Center right after these messages. Active in here at the Hart Center tonight. First sellout ever for women's basketball in Holy Cross history at the Hart Center. First sellout at the Hart Center since 1991, and it's great to see the support for the team.
Here we have Svetlana finding Shea Ralph inside. Great move. Goes up strong with it, and in order to stop that, you really can't allow her to catch it right there in the paint.
Holy Cross in the second half, 1 for 8 from the field. They are shooting 13%. Meanwhile, Connecticut is 7 for 8. They are hitting at 88%. So, a tale of two teams right now. Shea Ralph on the break. Won't go. Nice job by Kinney hustling back. Ralph gets her own rebound and puts it back. As a coach, you always hear follow your shot, follow your shot, follow your shot. Shea Ralph does that to a T every single time she shoots.
Every single time, and that's why you have to box her out. There's no other way around it.
Jutras pump fake drives, dishes to Pockert. Good look, won't go. Rebound tipped around, run down by Svetlana. 2-on-2. Svetlana the hoop. And they're going to call Anna Kinney for a blocking violation.
This is starting to become the UConn fast break show.
Kinney picking up her third personal foul. You make the call.
Takes it strong. Anna, good effort there. It might have been a half a second too late. But that's what Holy Cross has to start doing, is stepping in and taking some charges.
Svetlana hitting the first. She is hitting at 77% from the charity stripe for the season. Averaging 6 rebounds a game as well. She is second on the team in rebounding. Almost taken away right there by Williams. Jutras. Pocket looking for help. Williams with the pressure defense.
Tough man-to-man D.
Pockert for 3, nails it.
Jeanette manages to find an opening, realizes she is open, and drains the 3.
The crowd has stayed in this. You can hear the explosion after Pockert's 3. UConn comes right back underneath Williams with the 2, and they certainly know how to quiet a crowd.
That's why this team is so tough. You make a great play and they come right back and give it right back to you.
They never panic. They never seem flattered or unflappable in any way. They are unflappable, rather. Anna Kinney with the rejection on Shea Ralph. Now Jutras through the legs of everyone, and it will be Connecticut basketball.
Hard to believe it.
UConn team is just, they seem unflappable.
Here we have Anna, great job of getting back on D. All ball right there. Anna just does it all. She is a leader of this Holy Cross ball team.
Now UConn substituting a bit as well. Hansmayer in the game. Underneath, it is Schumacher picking up her 4th point of the ball game. 70-32, UConn in front. 13 minutes remaining in the game. Mary Rose Campbell with it now for the Crusaders.
See the freshman in here. This is the first time she's been out all night, Liz Campbell.
Tamika Williams playing some of the defense out there for UConn. Williams missed some games early in the season with a stress fracture. She has slowly been getting more and more time. And the shot is off the mark by O'Connor.
O'Connor's open there. I mean, she's a freshman. No, she doesn't have the experience, but coach is getting her in her for that reason. If she's open, she knows she has to take that shot.
And I'm sure, yeah, like you said, just good to get that first shot out of the way, get your legs underneath you, and kind of settle down a bit.
Holy Cross needs those fresh legs right now.
Kinney with the steal, but she stepped out of bounds. You can see Anna try to pump her teammates up.
She is leading by example right now. So aggressive. She's going after everything. Holy Cross is taking that nothing to lose attitude.
Sue Bird with the basketball for the Huskies. The launch 3 won't go by Hansmayer. Kinney now. 12:05 remaining in the game. Holy Cross with 2 freshmen, a junior and a senior out there. Stolen by Williams. Bird, always looking to push. Great look inside, and the blocking foul, the hoop +1. Schumacher with the hoop, plus she'll go to the line.
Holy Cross foul number 11, Jeanette Parker. Her 2nd personal foul, team foul number 3 on the Crusaders.
We have UConn pushing it up again, almost losing Schumacher, and Jeanette gets there a little bit late and ends up getting the foul.
Parker's 2nd personal foul. Schumacher misses the free throw, and we're going to get a foul underneath on Hansmayer.
UConn foul number 20, Stacey Hansmayer.
And we'll take a timeout from the Hart Center with our score, UConn 72 and Holy Cross 32. Everyone, strike up the band. Holy Cross certainly in a hole right now. UConn has outscored the Satyrs 25-5 here in the second half, but the band continues to play. I'll tell you what, it has been a very festive atmosphere here, with the students all getting into it and the sellout crowd enjoying themselves.
Definitely, they're having a great time. Regardless of the score, they're supporting Holy Cross 100%, whether what the score is at the end of the game.
Now the Satyrs will put it in play. Kinney bringing it up. Over to Pockert. Pockert for 3. Won't go. Rebound cleared away by Hansmayer. Bird looking for help. Hansmayer looking inside to Schumacher. Schumacher underneath, travel, double dribble. Double dribble.
That was a tough pass inside the key. UConn does such a great job of just wearing teams out. They just, full court the entire game, just pushing it, and teams get tired, and you're beginning to see the fatigue on the faces of the Holy Cross players.
Second half, UConn is shooting 73% from the field. Monica Rothwich, 3 won't go. Rebound is picked off. Here goes Hansmayer, and she is fouled.
73%. Unbelievable.
Holy Cross foul number 33, Anna Kinney.
Kinney picking up the foul, so Kinney has 4.
UConn taking it at him. And it just gets a piece of it.
And Hansmeyer is a 67% free throw shooter. She's averaging 4.5 points a game and picks up her first points of this contest. Yeah, certainly when you look at the field goal percentage for the game, UConn shooting 62% and Holy Cross 33%, and that kind of is the story right now.
And UConn really hasn't hit very many outside shots this game. If anything, those are the shots that they're missing. All the shots they're getting are all inside the key. And that's why their percentage is so high.
Exactly. Williams with a rebound, and she was rejected as she went right up with the ball. Now inside, Rothmich won't go. Mary Rose Campbell battling for the loose ball, and she draws the foul.
Good job on Mary Rose's part, banging the boards right there.
Now Katie O'Keefe checking in.
UConn foul number 34, Tamika Williams.
Anna looks inside, finds Rothmich. Doesn't get the roll, and Mary Rose battles for that board.
Here's Katie O'Keefe in the game now. She's a freshman. Pockert's a sophomore. Kinney, one of the senior co-captains, a la Curly Neal, sliding on her hip. Shea Ralph with the ball now.
Once again, UConn unrelentless on defense.
They do not let up. Williams up strong, won't get it to go. Rebound by Schumacher. She had it ripped away by Pockert.
Yeah, Jeanette, way to rip that out of her hands.
Pockert, 1-on-3. Wisely pulls it out and gets it to Kinney. And Jutras now calling the shots for Holy Cross. Holy Cross working it around, trying to get some people free here. Tipped, and Shea Ralph fouls Veronica Jutras.
Regardless of the score, Holy Cross is playing so scrappy right now, and coach has made the analogy of UConn Huskies and Holy Cross playing like mud, scrappy and just going after everything.
The second personal foul on Shea Ralph.
UConn substitution number 32, Swinton Cash.
You can see the substitutions for both sides now coming into play. This is Jutras. Now to Kinney. Kinney checked by Ralph. Three-pointer, won't go. Rebound by O'Keefe. Nice job by O'Keefe of blocking out on Sauer. She's giving away some height and some pounds as well. Jutras pump fake. Going cross court to Pockert. Pockert driving. Left-handed, right-handed scoop up and in.
Wow, what an awesome move by Jeanette right there. Taking it strong right to the hole, right to the hole.
The lefty-righty scoop, and it goes. Sauer looking for some help. Finds it. Inside to Cash. Cash, pump fake won't go. And it is knocked out of bounds. It will be Holy Cross basketball.
Unselfish play by Hansmeyer right there. She had the open three and saw Cash inside wide open. She gave up that three to get a better shot inside.
And Jutras bringing the ball up. 73-34. Kinney trying to draw the foul right there. Runs into Shea Ralph. No call. This one resembling a hockey game at times. Pockert running one-hander. Rebound by Mary Rose Campbell. Won't go. She tips it out to Jutras. Jutras pump faking. Loses control of it. Now it's stolen, and Ralph is going in for a breakaway layup.
Oh, they are just letting them play. It looks like people are getting hacked left and right, and the refs are letting them play tonight.
Eddie Shore would appreciate this. It's like old-time hockey.
Holy Cross substitution number 24, Justine Grace.
And now Svetlana Abrosimova coming into the game, and Shea Ralph stepping out. And Gino talking to his star junior. Tipped by UConn, so it will remain Holy Cross basketball. Pockert to inbounds. Justine Grace seeing her first action of the contest here. Three-pointer for Jeanette Parker.
Jeanette is trying to get them pumped up right now. That was a big shot.
UConn back inside to Cash. Cash loses to Parker. Parker running. She's got numbers. Nice bounce pass to Justine Grace, and Grace is fouled. What a pass by Parker on the dead run, throwing the bounce pass and threading the needle to Justine Grace.
Jeanette is really trying to get them pumped up right now. There's 8 minutes in the game, and she wants to go in, and she just wants to end this game strong right now. Great outlet pass. And Justine takes it up strong there and is able to draw the foul.
And Grace rather hitting her first free throw attempt, a 68% free throw shooter.
Yep, Justine, you know, just coming off the bench, she adds another pair of fresh legs to Holy Cross.
Juice hits them both. We have a timeout on the floor with 7:58 remaining. It is UConn 75, Holy Cross 39.
Thank you, KG Sign and Graphics. If you're hungry
Going to the Hart Center, 7:58 remaining. You're taking a look now at the Holy Cross huddle. Bill Gibbons imploring his troops to pick it up, continuing to fight, and that's certainly what Parker's doing.
Jeanette's a righty, taking it strong with her left hand, going up and making that shot. She is really stepping it up right now for Holy Cross. Only a sophomore, but she's playing like a senior right now.
And so now it will be UConn basketball. Svetlana with the ball, now to Johnson. They swing it around the horn. Sauer to Hansmeyer. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Hansmeyer for three. All net. Stacy Hansmeyer with a three.
Once again, this team just has so many weapons. Inside, you know, hitting the three-point shots. How do you stop this team?
Hansmeyer, one of only 2 seniors on the squad. A very young UConn team, so you will see this team at the pinnacle of women's basketball for the foreseeable future. And they're going to say that Cash stepped on the line before she banked it off the Holy Cross player. Lisa Zawadkas checking in. Katie O'Keefe checking out for the Crusaders. Jutras will inbounds for Holy Cross. 7:11 remaining.
Holy Cross running elbow right here, looking for Mary Rose to shoot an elbow jumper.
Now Justine Grace. Pocket with the basketball. Pocket looking for help, finds Grace. Grace checked by Cash. I'll tell you, this UConn defense doesn't give you an inch to breathe. They are right up in your face, and they are confident that they can stay with you. And now there's going to be a foul on Svetlana.
So she got poked
Justine
in the eye
Grace got the rebound, and Svetlana was coming from behind to try to take it away, and ended up taking one in the eye.
Justine came down really strong with that rebound. Here we have it again. Juice just rips it away. Oops, and actually gets her in the eye a little bit there.
Eddie Shore would like that as well.
Well, I didn't think it was that hard.
They would like that on the tennis tour. That's a strong backhand, I think you call that. Svetlana staying right in the game, a tough customer. And she comes up with a big defensive play with the rejection. Starting to break for the Huskies.
Good defensive effort there by Amanda Abraham, getting a piece of that, breaking up the play.
6:26 remaining in the game right now. UConn in front, 77-39. You are seeing why the Huskies have the #1 winning percentage, or ranked #1 in winning percentage during the past 6 seasons in Division I women's basketball.
So just shuffling our legs a little bit there, but goes uncalled.
And they changed up the score a little bit. An official scorer's change. It was previously, before they changed it to 77-39. They had the score differently a moment ago, so the official score changing it up. Mary Rose Campbell. Amanda Abraham now. With Svetlana on her. The left-handed runner won't go. Rebound by Hansmeyer. Sauer, turnaround jumper won't go. Wadkus blocked out, but Hansmeyer is able to sneak in and grab the board.
Yeah, she did a great job right there going up, grabbing that board. She didn't have anybody boxing her out.
So Wadkus had the shooter, Sauer, but Hansmeyer snuck in. And Svetlana with the board, she will run. Looking for Cash, it is tipped and picked off by Pockert.
Good job by Jeanette right there.
Pockert running the gauntlet, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Johnson.
Jeanette's really having a terrific game tonight. She's been hitting outside shots. She's been playing great defense. That was a perfect example of getting that steal. We'll take a look at it again here. 2-on-1 break, gets a piece of it, and just goes after that ball. She wasn't going to let it go out of bounds, and is able to pick up the foul right about there, half court. She's being very strong with the basketball.
It is the third personal foul on Kenitra Johnson. Jet Pockert at the line, and she hits the first free throw attempt. 69% free throw shooter.
It's so amazing to me that UConn is able to keep up such a fast pace. You don't realize how quickly this game is being played, and how it's a sprint every single time down the court.
13 points for Pockert on the night. Inside they go now. Hansmeyer. You talk about that, you're right. They can go right down their bench. From start to finish, there's absolutely no let-up. There's no drop-off in talent. The UConn bench has outscored its opponents 470 to 188 this season. Coming into tonight's action. Anna Kinney burying the three. You talk about that UConn bench. The UConn bench actually outscored the starters for UCLA earlier this year.
It really is amazing. You know, for any other ball team in the country, they'd probably be starters.
Schumacher picking up her 8th point. 6'5" junior from Canada. Pockert for three, won't go. Rebound by Cash. Johnson. Johnson travels with the basketball.
UConn substitution to number 44, Christine Rigby.
Now UConn bringing in even more players. Christine Rigby, seeing her first action of the contest. 6'6" center, a junior from Victoria, Canada.
It's pretty amazing that a 6'6" player sits on the bench most of the game.
Unbelievable. Pockert with the basketball now, inside to Rothmich, to Kinney. Cross court now, Jutras to Mary Rose Campbell, and Campbell using the glass for two.
Great job by Veronica right there, finding Mary Rose right open, handing her the dish.
85-45, UConn in front, 3:30 remaining in the game. Inside to Schumacher, to Hansmeyer for three. Won't go, rebound is tipped, and we're gonna get an over-the-back call on Kelly Schumacher.
That was one of the first over-the-back calls of the game.
You talk about the Twin Towers, you have 6'5" Kelly Schumacher and 6'6" Christine Rigby in there. And you look at the Holy Cross team, Monica Rothmich at 6'1" is the tallest player out there right now for the Crusaders. Mary Rose Campbell. It's the first one. She has not shot well from the line this year, 40% free throw shooter, averaging 4 points a game coming into tonight's contest.
You got to give the freshman some credit. She had a great game tonight.
She has 8 points tonight, and she certainly has stepped up. 3:23 remaining in the game. UConn 85, Holy Cross 47. We're coming right back after this. See the fans still firing it up. They know the dance steps. Oh, they're getting a little help, too, from some guys out on center court.
Crowd is just staying in this ball game.
Like you said, too, I mean, this is tremendous for this program to get the sellout, to get the crowd involved. And they have been very boisterous the entire game.
It's such an advantage for Holy Cross because when they play teams that aren't going to be #1 ranked in the country, they're still going to have this fan support to really take them through games and they're going to come up big for them.
And certainly they will not face another team as loaded as UConn in the regular season.
And that's another advantage of playing a team like this. If you're playing the best, anybody else, it's going to be that much easier to play them.
83-47, UConn in front. The scorer tonight is struggling a bit. Anna Kinney, oh great no-look blind pass to Rothmich, and Monica draws the foul.
You really have to wonder how she gets some of those passes through. It seems like all hands, and Anna somehow finds the space.
Eyes in the back of her head. She's like a whirling dervish. And just a reminder, too, we have the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show coming to you with Bill Gibbons and myself. We will be next in action on the air Tuesday, January 25th at 7:30, Wednesday, January 26th at 5 p.m., and Thursday, January 27th at 11:30 p.m.
Holy Cross substitution number 24, Justine Grace.
And Monica Rothmich made her first free throw attempt. She will have one more. She knocks them both down. 2:45 remaining now in the game. 83-49 UConn. Rigby underneath. Reverse layup by Christine Rigby.
How do you stop that? She seemed to be playing great defense and just the lob pass over her head. She didn't have a chance even to get a piece of it.
Justine Grace to Mary Rose Campbell. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Holy Cross working it around and in to Campbell. And won't go. Rebound by Hansmeyer. Johnson directing traffic. They go inside. Rigby turnaround left-handed hook won't go. Rebound is on the floor. Kinney. Kinney pushing people now. Anna Kinney pushing Hansmeyer as they got up.
Anna Kinney, whopping 5'4", is just not afraid of anybody out there.
Jump ball, possession, Holy Cross.
Coach Gibbons trying to calm her down right now.
Probably getting a little bit too caught up in the moment.
Holy Cross substitutions, number 44, Becky Flynn, number 54, Alisa Zawatskis, number 35, Katie O'Keefe.
That stuff will happen late in the game. You get frustrated, and Anna certainly, no one is going to doubt her drive and her competitiveness, and she wants to win no matter what game you're playing.
Exactly, that's what it came down to, was her competitiveness right there.
And that's exactly what she's doing right there. She is fighting tooth and nail. And setting the tone, too, for the younger players that never give up no matter what the score is. Kelly Schumacher comes back with 2. Schumacher has 10 points. Justine Grace for 3. Won't go. Rebound by Schumacher. Johnson, great bullet pass. And Rigby couldn't grab it.
That's a tough pass to catch right there, especially for the big girl.
A great one if you can make it off the dead run. A one-handed bullet. Gino Ariema right now just sitting back and enjoying the last minute and 10 seconds of this contest. He has seen his team win some very big games this season. Beating number 2 Tennessee at Tennessee and number 3 Louisiana Tech. Gino has guided his team, the UConn Huskies, to 3 Final Four appearances, 1 national championship. 6 times they have made it to the Elite 8. Under a minute remaining now, 87-49 UConn.
It's really unbelievable. He really turned that UConn program around within, 15 years that he's been there. And it's just, it's the premier team in the nation, and we just saw an example of that tonight.
When he started at UConn, they had 1 winning season in their previous 11 years of existence. In his 15 years, they have had 13 winning seasons.
Such a tribute to him.
Rigby with a little lefty hook.
Well, we're looking at the future of UConn women's basketball right now, playing a lot of the freshmen, sophomores in there. getting them some experience.
And you're also looking at the future of the Holy Cross basketball team. Zawadkis, nice pass. And Katie O'Keefe's shot goes. Great touch pass by Zawadkis.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Holy Cross Athletic Association, thank you for your patronage at tonight's game. And please,
Johnson with the ball now. Inside to Rigby. Rigby turn around, won't go. And so that will end it. The #1 ranked team in the country, UConn, will hold on to their ranking as they beat the Crusaders 89-51.
I'm very proud of Holy Cross right now. They just gave it their best effort and did not quit from the beginning to the end of the game.
They certainly did, and they delighted this crowd at times. Early on, they made their run, and Coach Bill Gibbons thanking the fans, saluting the band, saluting the fans, thanking them for the support they showed here tonight. He's got to be proud with the effort that his team put forth. So our final once again from the Hart Center, Connecticut 89, Holy Cross 51. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this. Connecticut 89 and Holy Cross 51. And Amy, certainly a very spirited effort by Holy Cross. They have to be very proud of what they did tonight on the court. They poured their heart and souls out on this court. And what is Coach Gibbons saying to the team right now in the locker room?
You know, Coach Gibbons is so proud of this team right now. He always says, if you go out there, you give me everything you got, and you're at the end of the game, you're completely and totally exhausted. That's all I can ask for. You tip your hat to the other team if you lose, and you move on. You look forward to the next game. And
you tip your hat, in this case, to the #1 ranked team in the country, UConn. And I'll tell you what, they show why they are deserving of that ranking. They beat Louisiana Tech this year. They have beat Tennessee. They have a rematch with Tennessee February 2nd. That one's going to be at UConn, so they'll certainly look ahead to that, and that should be a terrific matchup. I don't see right now how any team can think they're going to beat this UConn Connecticut team, because the Huskies right now, as we mentioned, like a well-oiled machine. There just seems to be no flaws in their game.
They have no weaknesses, it seems. They just go out there and they have depth on that team. Like we saw the 6'6" forward coming in off the bench at the end of the game. How do you defend that?
What a luxury. I mean, that's exactly right. What team has a 6'6" forward to come in with? She's going to hit a couple lefty hooks, and she looks as unstoppable as the starters do. But certainly top to bottom, a very tough team, UConn, proving why they are deserving of the #1 ranking. But for Holy Cross, a big step forward in the program's history, a sellout here at the Hart Center. They fall once again the final 89-51 in favor of the Connecticut Huskies. And just a reminder, join us this Saturday afternoon for a doubleheader at Assumption. The Hounds taking on Pace, and we will be coming to you live starting